The current order is Castro-Neves, Frank Tiede, Dixon, Hugh, Hornish.
Looks like the best restart is going to go to Dan Weldon. He's going to try to pull alongside his teammate Scott Dixon. This is a battle for third place. Weldon on the high side.
Inside.
While those three battle it out, Elio starts to stretch it out. Since the restart, these top six have been running basically in 3 pairs of 2. This time, here comes Weldon. He's going to go to the low side of Dario Franchitti. Mark James, he's going to make the pass at 2.
All clear, buddy. Nice move.
It was a strong move at the exit at turn number 4. He got a great run, picked up a little momentum. Now he'll make a wide swing to the high side. They'll go side by side in 4.
Dan Weldon will be the leader with 183 laps complete. Side by side, Mark James separated by inches at 2.
Elio Castro-Neves to the low side. Dan Weldon to the high side. The leader's almost touched.
Holy cow, here they come. If Dan Weldon's going to do it, he's got to do it now. The white flag is out.
He's got to do it now. I don't think he has it, but he got a little bit of run going into turn 1, but he just can't get him beside him like he did before. I think his tires may went off. Looks like he may have a little understeer right now.
Dan Weldon tries to pull the downside of Elio Castro-Neves. Mark James, they're going side by side, middle of the back straight, headed to 3.
Elio starts to move up a little bit. He's got Dan Weldon. They're wheel to wheel.
Still inside. Come on, buddy.
Elio on the inside. It looks like they bang wheels side by side. Weldon won it. Dan Weldon won it by 14 thousandths of a second as he came off of turn number 4.
Nice job, baby. Nice job.
You know, that's what I respect immensely about Elio. You can run very close with him, and I've done it before. But there's not many people you can do that with. But that's what I needed to do to win. Otherwise, if you gave him all the track, he was going to take it.
I don't think he could go or even a hair between our wheels. You know, we were like all the time very close to each other, trying to get the side draft, and he did a good job.
When you know that person, you know what their trends are, and you know what they're going to do, and for that reason, you might race, one. You think he can? Like I say, he's a good guy to race because he won't do anything silly. But it's always great being part of, finishes like that. How you look and give him a little wink and say, "I tell you, man, I tell you."
Great crowd on hand here in Joliet, Illinois today at Chicagoland Speedway. Dan Weldon has the opportunity right now to win this race and set a single season victory mark of 6 in a single season. Meantime, looks like the IndyCar Series points leader is going to have to go to the rear of the line of these lead lap cars because apparently he exceeded the pit speed limit. Dan Weldon already working his way up to 4th place as he gets past Brian Herta. Kanan, your defending IndyCar Series champion, and Weldon, the man who wants to capture that title in 2005. Mark James, he has cleared the Team 711 car off of turn number 2 for the lead.
The guy's chasing for the championship, trying to run him down. The 711 car, Tony Kanan. The 6th car, Sam Hornish Jr. 1, 2, 3 in the points. They run 1, 2, 3 on the racetrack.
Dan Weldon is threatening to make a lapper out of a race on a 1.5-mile oval, and that's something we don't see very often. Right now, with the final round of stops in, he is leading Elio Castro-Neves by nearly 2 seconds.
The caution light has come on for Scott Dixon, who is slow between 3 and 4. Just like that, that lead evaporates.
Final restart, green flag waves, 188 laps complete at the line. Dan Weldon out in front, trying to hold off Danica Patrick, Elio Castro-Neves, Thomas Scheckter, and Buddy Wright. The race up front with 191 of 200 laps complete. Dan Weldon trying to hold off Elio Castro-Neves, AGR, and Team Penske. It's going to be mano a mano here for the last 9 laps of this race. Weldon and Castro-Neves will go nose to tail. Here comes Elio to the outside in 3.
He looks strong to the outside this time. Let's see if he pulls his teammate with him. Sam Hornish Jr. He does. Weldon by a half a car length to the exit of 4.
White flag is out there side by side. Sam Hornish Jr. and Elio Castro-Neves trying to push their way past the 26 of Dan Weldon off of turn number 1 onto turn number 2. Marlboro Team Penske on the high side. Weldon on the low side. Here they come. Mark James to you in 3.
Weldon got way low at the exit of turn number 2. Trying to keep the momentum to the low side. Elio Weldon side by side and 4. Another Chicagoland photo finish.
Elio Castro-Neves on the high side. Weldon on the inside. Weldon will win it. will finish at Chicagoland Speedway. My, oh my, oh my. I keep saying it's not going to get any better, but it just keeps getting better in Chicago.
To have Marlboro Team Penske, the two of them pushing one another to try and pass us is tough to hold off, but we managed to do it.
It's a mixed feeling. I'm not sure if I should be happy with second place, or I'm not sure if I should be sad with the second place. It's one of those things, you know, so close, so near. Oh man, that was incredible.
Elio on the inside. It looks like they banged wheels side by side. Weldon won it. Dan Weldon won it. Elio Castroneves on the high side. Weldon on the inside. Weldon will win it. Dan Weldon has won it. Big loser in that round of pit stops. Sam Hornish Jr. came in first, came out sixth. The big winner, Alex Barron, as they go 1, 2, 3 wide off of turn number 4. Sam Hornish Jr. trying to make up a lot of ground on the restart. He's going to go side by side with Alex Jr. Alex Barron, the leader. They're running side by side and nose to tail in turn number 1.
It looks like the pace lap, Mike. It is. Alex Barron still out in front. Down to the inside, the number 9 car. Dixon is going to try to make a little move. He cannot do it. So Dixon and Schechter will run side by side, and now they're 2 by 2 down the back straight.
They stay 2 by 2 down the back straightaway. Taking a look is Thomas Schechter to the high side. Schechter tries to work his way around Sam Hornish Jr. Meanwhile, Hornish clears Barron. Schechter gets by Barron and they touch. Alex Barron, is he going to save it? He gets sideways. Spinning backwards down the straightaway. How did he keep it off the wall?
Alex Barron has saved it. He has saved the car in turn number 4. Got made contact with Thomas Schechter. The car got completely sideways, Mark James. I don't know how he did it, but he saved the car. Unbelievable.
Meanwhile, the guy who spun, Alex Barron, has already worked his way back up to 4th, and he's all over Takagi for 3rd.
An unbelievable run for Alex Barron as once again he comes to 3rd place as he goes side by side with his teammate. So the first 2 rows, you get on the inside, Schechter, on the outside, Hornish. And then now, here comes Barron for the lead in turn number 2.
They will go 3 wide through turn number 2.
Well, how about this? How about a spin and a win? We may see that again. Alex Barron's right back up front.
If you're going to get Sam, you're going to have to get him on the outside because he's got that baby glued right down on the yellow line. They just cannot catch Sam Hornish. He is too strong as the first 2 cars have separated themselves from the rest of the pack.
Alex staying low with him on the racetrack a little while longer down that back straightaway. Trying to stay down low until the last possible minute. Tries to set up high and get a run off of 4. Can't do it this time.
Off of turn number 4, Brian Howard, white flag in hand. What is playing for the leader, Sam Hornish Jr. Alex Barron will try to chase him down the final lap of the Firestone Indy 400.
Coming into the race, Sam had led only 4 laps all year long. He may lead the biggest one of the year. Hornish still out in front, and he's trying to outrun Barron down the back straight halfway there.
Coming back, coming back, coming back, coming hard, coming outside, coming outside.
Now Barron's going to make a move. Barron goes up high. They're side by side into 3. Side by side into 4. Mike King, who's going to win it?
Setting up for a photo finish here at Michigan International Speedway. Barron on the outside. He's going to edge just in front of Sam Hornish Jr. Alex Barron, he has got the spin and win at Michigan as Alex Barron wins the Firestone Indy 400 by 12 thousandths of a second. What an amazing win for this young driver from California.
It was all started off turn 2, and we got a slingshot going down the back straight, and that's what it took to come off of 4, and it worked out great. We stayed tight with Sam and ran neck and neck all the way to the finish, and we just kept inching away.
I knew he was going to make a run on the outside, but he tried it 20 times probably in the last 20 laps, and 15 or 16 times it didn't work, and he didn't get all the way up beside me going across the line, and the other 4 did, and that was one of them that it worked out for him. And he did what he had to do. He timed it well, and just wish it was me.
White flag is out. Alex Lloyd is 2 car lengths behind Logan Gomez.
They'll set up for turn number 1. It's about a car length advantage now. Alex Lloyd looks like he's going to climb the banking a little bit. Maybe try to get what we've seen him do all day long, get a nice run at the exit of turn number 2. Here he comes, Alex Lloyd to the high side of Logan Gomez. They'll run side by side in the setup at turn number 3. Lloyd has him by a nose in the setup at turn number 4. Gomez comes storming back to the low side.
Gomez is on the inside. Lloyd is on the outside. It is a drag race to the finish, and at the stripe it is dead even. And Gomez is shown as the winner. 5/10,000 of a second. 0.0005 is the difference. In the Indy Racing League, Indy Pro Series or IndyCar Series, this has to be the closest finish in series history.
You're doing everything. You're gripping tight, you're looking over, you're trying to relax, you're thinking what you need to do, and you're pressing the throttle a little harder, but it can't go any further than the throttle stop, and it's just the adrenaline is so high. I remember probably on the last lap having my to kind of like hold my breath for the whole lap, just to, you know, like pretending that was going to help my car to go a little quicker.
We have seen a thriller here this afternoon. As the green flag waves, we go back to green flag racing. And in dreading green racing, fighting it out up front. Dan Weldon on the inside. Here comes Tony Kanaan. Mark James are going to go side by side. AGR teammates. And now here comes Franchitti and also one of the Marlboro Team Penske cars. Tony Kanaan looked like he was going to make a bid for the lead there on the restart, then started backing up in a big way. We thought we were going to see two cars in the wall as Thomas Scheckter and Tony Kanaan nearly came together, and Scheckter went all the way below the white line here in the front straight at Kansas Speedway. Vitor Meira finds himself in the exact same position that Tony Kanaan was in 1 year ago as Tony Kanaan watched Vitor Meira and Buddy Rice fight it out. 198 laps are complete. 2 remain. Kanaan is shown as the leader by 15 thousandths of a second, Mark James.
If that, they're side by side at the exit of turn number 2. Vitor Meira looks like he might try to force the issue a little bit to the high side. He runs behind TK. Weldon, Kanaan, shadow boxing through 4.
199 laps will be complete this time by the white flag lap of the Argent Mortgage Indy 300. Weldon on the inside. It's Kanaan on the outside. The final lap, they nearly touch in turn number 1.
They start to set up for turn number 2. Weldon with a bit of an advantage. TK looking for a run to the high side. Meira going to try to take a peek to the high side. He'll settle back in behind Kanaan. Tony Kanaan has it by just an inch or 2. Weldon comes storming back to the low side. Mike, who's going to win it?
Kanaan, Weldon, and Meira. Meira wants to make it 3 wide. He can't do it. Here he comes to the low side. It's going to be Kanaan. Tony Kanaan on the high side wins as Vitor Meira dives below the white line to make it 3 wide at the stripe. Tony Kanaan by 12 thousandths of a second has beaten Dan Weldon and Vitor Meira. What a final move to the checkers made by those 3 drivers, Kanaan, Weldon, and Meira.
It came a picture in my mind what the Rahal guys did to me last year. So, you know what, guys? It's time to pay back. And, you know, I didn't know who was going to win between me and them. But when we blocked the track like that, I said, you know what? We're going to keep it in the house today. So, same thing I tasted last year here that I finished 3rd behind the Rahal guys. I think Vitor did today.
Only cars ahead of me. I mean, just everything blocked. So I dived inside, and it was the only space I had, and the only shot actually I had to win.
Three to go. 197 laps will be complete this time by side, Elio Castro-Neves, and now it is Ellitzer Jr. who is trying to go to the point in 2.
All 4 cars, the front 4 are side by side. It's Ellitzer Jr., Elio Castro-Neves. They're still side by side. Now they're trying to make a sandwich. Now they break into a pack of 4.
This is a 4-car battle for the lead off of turn number 4. They are going to go 3 wide. Now they're going to think better of it and tuck in. Ellitzer Jr. will be shown as the lead. Jeff Ward will go to the outside. Jeff Ward has picked up 2nd place. Ellitzer Jr. the leader in 2.
Ellitzer Jr., then Jeff Ward, then Castro-Neves, then Dare.
Let's go, The final lap of the Boomtown 500. Ellitzer Jr. is the leader. Jeff Ward runs 2nd, and here comes Dare as he makes the move for 3rd. They're in 2.
Fans are up. It is Ellitzer Jr. It's Jeff Ward, nose to tail. Ellitzer Jr. dives down low. Jeff Ward, they're side by
An unbelievable finish here at Texas Motor Speedway.
We got it. We got it. Hell of a race, Al. Hell of a race, buddy.
You know, I didn't know we were battling for the lead when I saw, you know, Little Al and Helio, I think, was there. And, you know, I thought Schechter and somebody were long gone. We were, you know, second, third, and fourth. And then 2 laps to go, you know, they said 2 laps to go, P2. And, well, no, Little Al's leading this thing. And I went, got a good run down the back and just came around the outside. And I still can't believe it. It's fantastic.
Coming off of 4, I mean, what was going through your mind? It was up to
Go. I saw him coming. I saw him coming down the backstretch and all that. And, you know, there was nothing I could do. You know, we discussed it in the drivers' meeting, how we were going to drive these races. And I stayed to the book.
And it looks like a problem for Brian Herta as he begins to slow on the back straight.
They're running 15 right now.
You know, a guy, Mark, who we have not talked a lot about today is Brian Herta. And now it looks like Herta may have a little more muscle here in the late stages of this race. Got a car that is stalled. It is one of the Marlboro Team Penske cars that is pulled off the pit exit lane, and it is Helio Castroneves, our points leader. Green flag waves, and here we go. This is the shootout. Here, who will win? The Delphi Indy 300 at Chicagoland Speedway. Brian Herta is your leader. Roger Yasukawa 1 second. Sam Hornish Jr. is third. That's the way they go.
Here comes Sam to the high side. He passes Dan Weldon, trying to make it 3 wide in the middle lane, play to the back straightaway. Sam Hornish Jr. high. Roger Yasukawa in the middle. Brian Herta to the inside.
Brian Herta on the inside. All they touch way up, but they all maintain their speed. Brian Herta, he maintains the lead. Sam Hornish Jr. and Roger Yasukawa. Now here comes one of the target cars. It looks like Scott Dixon will get in this one as well. Yasukawa goes backwards. How did they do it? 198 laps are complete. We nearly have contact. Once again, it's Brian Herta in front by less than a car length. Here comes Sam Hornish Jr. to the outside of the back straight.
Brian Herta with 2 wheels below the white line, trying to protect that white line. Sam's going to try to ball side by side. They're already in 4. Here comes Dixon. He wants in that fight.
White flag is out. The entire crowd on its feet at Chicagoland Speedway. Sam Hornish Jr. is nosed in front by a half a car length, but Herta has the inside line. Off of turn number 2, it will be Herta by half a car length.
Stay side by side in the exit to the back straightaway. Sam Hornish Jr. trying to get the advantage on Herta. They are dead even. Now Hornish starts to pull in front. They set up for turn number 4. Mike, who's going to win it?
It's a near carbon copy of last year's race. Herta will go to the high side. They're 3 wide. Oh, the line, it will be Sam Hornish Jr. Hornish has won the race by 99/10,000ths of a second as Hornish, Dixon, and Herta go 3 wide at the line, touch wheels, and Hornish wins it by a nose.
It's you know, close finishes here. Like I said before, I hope they're not that close, but they always end up being that way.
Yeah, I had an electronic problem early in the race. My car started misfiring, and I fell way back, and I had to switch the ignition, and it came back to life. And I just, from that on, I was just flat out trying to get back to the front. You know, I fell back like 15th or 16th or 17th, something like that. And, you know, go from 17th and then almost win it. I can't complain.
Helio Castroneves must finish in front of Sam Hornish Jr. today by a minimum of 1 position. If Sam Hornish Jr. runs second to Helio Castroneves today and that scenario plays out, they will wind up in a dead heat, an absolute tie for the championship. Al Unser Jr. will lead this lap, but here comes Hornish on the outside. Little Al on the inside. Sam Hornish on the outside in 2.
And Sam Hornish Jr. about the length of a wing behind Unser. Now he pulls even with him at the exit of turn number 2. Now Hornish starts to pull ahead. Sam has the advantage of turn number 3.
We see now Helio Castroneves, the other driver in the points championship here. He is 12 points back, and he is now running fourth, starting 10th on the grid. We are nearing the midway point of this race, and Sam Hornish Jr. right now is putting an exclamation point and a couple of dark lines underneath that word championship. He has pulled away from the rest of the field.
P2 is now seconds behind.
And here comes our leader, Sam Hornish Jr.
I just spoke with the crew and I said, is everything okay with Sam's car? And they said everything is great. There's been very little communication between Sam and these guys.
Problem in turn number 2, Mark James just below you. 2 cars up against the wall. Looks like Jeff Ward
and Hideki Noda.
So Jeff Ward and Hideki Noda. Sam Hornish Jr. is being shown, JP, 1 lap down.
How many cars are on the same lap as us? Looks like 6. As soon as they wave everybody around and pick up the leader, you'll be back on the lead lap. I think you'll be about 18th in line, but you'll be a lot further up position-wise. You'll be in 7th.
Sam really having to work his way through a lot of lap traffic to make his way back to the front of this pack.
Been closing about 2/10 a lap quicker than the leader.
Sam Hornish Jr., who restarted in, what was it, 9th place, I believe he was, back there on the restart after that last yellow, has moved to the front. He is side by side. Right now, Sam Hornish Jr. and Helio Castroneves running side by side off of turn number 2.
Clear!
But now Sam Hornish Jr. has grabbed the lead as they come to the stripe with 180 complete, and Mark James, the lead 4, putting on a show.
About a half a car length the advantage for Sam Hornish Jr. Castroneves has about a 2-car length advantage over Alex Barron, then a car length back to Scott Sharp. Castroneves goes below the white line to get down Sam Hornish Jr.
We have seen that move before here at Texas Motor Speedway, but the last time we saw it, it didn't work.
This is getting excited, huh? We're all having all the fun we can handle. Slot 1, Elio. Slot 1 and go like hell. Think about the line now. Think about start finish. 3 more. Think up on the camera shoe.
First and second place still stuck together in 4.
They will come off of turn number 4. This time across the stripe, they'll complete 198 of 200 laps. Sam Hornish Jr. noses in front of Helio Castroneves there in turn number 2.
If Sam can stay right there, he may get the run he needs off of turn number 4. Mike, the guy who's had the high line usually has the advantage on the last lap here at Texas Motor Speedway. Sam may be just where he wants to be with 2 laps to go.
The crowd comes to its feet in unison.
White flag, one to go, all over your front. Stay tight, stay tight.
Vitor Mira is now going to make it a 3-car, 4-car race is sharp. Guys to the inside. Hornish and Helio Castroneves side by side off of 2.
Sam with a little bit of a run down the back straightaway. Pulls up even with Castroneves. Scott Sharp gets in front of Mira. He's in the lead for 3rd now. Hornish, Mira, another photo finish to wrap up the season in the Indy Racing League.
Here we come once again. It's going to hit the line. The winner's going to be Sam Hornish Jr. by 96/10,000ths of a second. Sam Hornish Jr. has won for the 5th time this season, and he is the 2002 Indy Racing League champion.
You know, running side by side, I knew that I could finish 2nd, but I didn't want to finish 2nd though either.
It's a shame I couldn't be a few inches, my car couldn't have a few inches longer at the nose, but what awesome series, you know. I mean, racing side by side to this point. The good news is he's a hell of a driver. They did a fantastic job, not only him, but his team. And hey, always have next year, so I try really hard.
Vitor Mira, we look at this guy, and boy, I tell you, once he cleared Tony Kanaan, it was like wide open spaces for him. He has really opened it up.
The leader, Vitor Mira, had the engine stalled and it would not fire. It was nearly 20 seconds before he got back underway. That's very, very damaging under green flag conditions.
Vitor is P2. He's about 1.5 seconds back.
Vitor Mira right now trying to pull alongside Buddy Rice using the high side in 2.
Vitor Mira with a nice run at the exit of the front straightaway, but Buddy Rice stormed back in turn number 2.
Right now, this day belongs to Ray Hall Letterman Racing as they run 1-2 with Rice and Mira. We keep an eye on Vitor Mira. Mira will pull alongside Buddy Rice at the start-finish line. They are side by side into turn number 1. Mira on the high side, Rice on the low side. They're in turn number 2.
Vitor Mira really hit the switch at the exit of turn number 4. Got a nice run through the tri-oval. They'll stay side by side as they roar down the back straightaway. Tony Kanaan now pulls up on both cars. He's right in the middle. Those two running side by side and forward with Kanaan
behind him.
This Independence Day crowd has come to its feet for what is going to be a memorable final 10 laps.
Everybody's out of the RVs back here, Mike. They watch them in the air-conditioned comfort. These last 5 laps, they step down. They're watching them right on the edge of the racetrack. They stay side by side to the setup of turn number 3.
They've been side by side for the last 10 laps. They'll come to the white flag side by side. Buddy Rice on the inside. Vitor Mira on the outside. It's a dead heat across the line. Vitor Mira by just the nose. Mark James off of turn number 1.
Tony Kanaan really pushes the button, trying to force the issue now. He'll pull up to the low side. Buddy Rice runs in front. He has Vitor Mira by a nose. At the midway point, Mira comes storming back. They set up for turn number 3. Still side by side. Get the cameras ready for a photo finish. Mike King, who's going to win it?
Vitor Mira on the outside. Buddy Rice on the inside. Mira looking for his first career win. Who's going to get it? At the line, it's going to be Buddy Rice. Buddy Rice by 51 10,000ths of a second has beaten Vitor Mira. Mark James in a thriller at Kansas Speedway. Buddy Rice has won for the second time this year.
It's just timing. He had a big run down the front chute. I got in there. He had a good run down the back. I knew it was going to be close. So, you know, that's just what it's all about.
First and second for teams, I mean, that's nothing that a team wishes more than that. Mutual respect, not to do anything crazy out there that could put us both out or one of us out. If I had won and Buddy was out because of something I did, it wouldn't be as good result for the team anyways. So everybody was really happy.
Scott Dixon will start from the outside of the front row with a 30-point lead on Helio Castroneves. Helio must start 28th. What kind of story is going to shape up here? We're about to see it all unfold in front of us. We're going to keep our eye on Helio Castroneves. He has already passed 5 cars, Davey, but nothing easy about it. 3 wide, Helio on the outside.
Inside there, one inside.
Helio's pedaling for all it's worth. He passes the Aussie Vineyards machine. Then he'll have Justin Wilson, Hideki Muto, others in front of him.
The biggest focus right now is the championship, and Scott Dixon doing everything he needs to do right now to win his second IndyCar Series title.
Well, we knew Helio was starting in the back. We also knew he wouldn't stay there. Done a masterful job of picking up traffic, and Mike, he's almost in the lead draft now as he exits turn number 4.
I'll work with him. Helio, work with him.
We're watching Helio Castroneves. He was 7th on the restart. He's moved up to 6th.
Helio Castroneves, second in the championship. Now, if for nothing else, he's got that 9 car in sight.
Plus 3 to Dan, 1 back to Danica, 3 back to Helio.
Meantime, Helio Castroneves has gone to 4th, and now the car in front of him is the championship leader, Scott Dixon.
Let's go, simply trying to slow the pace down a bit. Plus 2, plus 1. He's just over 9. Good job, good job.
Here comes Helio Castroneves. Mark James, he is going to try to pull up alongside the 9 car. Scott Dixon headed to 3.
Thought about the high side of the exit of turn number 2. Now he'll think about it again between 3 and 4. Helio to the high side of Dixon, side by side through 4.
Castroneves has gone to 3rd as the slow lap car. Jamie Kamara slowed up traffic. Mark James, we got action all over the racetrack. We're under caution for the second time this afternoon. This time it was the 4 car of Vitor Mira.
Helio Castroneves got out first, I think beating his teammate Ryan Briscoe by a foot. Now Briscoe pulls ahead of Helio on track, so this may have to go to the tape. It was awfully close.
And it's going to be Helio by a nose.
Good job, guys. Good job. All right, now it's time to lead lap.
Look at Weldon, the wide swing. He entertains Knutson going 3 wide. Weldon stays to the high side. Briscoe, Castroneves side by side. They're all together in the start finish.
Here comes Dan Weldon. He's going to make it a 3-wide pass. Can he do it on the high side? It looks like he's going to try to make it stick, but Mark, they remain 3 wide through 2.
Stay 3 wide at the exit of turn number 2. They'll have to go a little lower to the bottom of the racetrack, maybe below the white line. They stay 3 wide
is separating the top 3 cars. Briscoe, Castro Neves, and Dan Weldon. Weldon going to stay 3 wide for the entire lap as they come across the line. And Scott Dixon is the guy who is getting left behind a bit at this point, as he is now shown in 10th place. So Dixon, who started on the front row, is now 10th. Elio Castro Neves, who started 28th, is now the leader. Scott Dixon's in trouble.
He is. He doesn't have a strong car. I mean, he doesn't. His teammate Dan Weldon's up there battling for that lead. I don't know if he's being extra cautious right now, or the car's just not that good.
You don't gotta win the thing here. Settle in.
Talking about Scott Dixon, the championship points leader, being in trouble. He was running 9th. Now Mark James, he's pushed the button. He is back up to 3rd, running behind Elio Castroneves.
Made it look easy with the cars that he picked up.
2, 1. Fuel only, fuel only. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Boy, I tell you what, the Target Chip Ganassi team that services the 9-car, they've done it for them all season long, and it looks like they may have just turned the best stop of the season right there.
What's the situation here again, guys? We got to win, and they got to finish 8th or worse. We got 14 laps to go right now, 14 laps. Come on, mate, give us a good one here. Let's finish it off. 2 more.
Dixon is your leader. Mark James, we have got less than 2 laps remaining. We're working lap 199. Dixon is the leader in 2, but here comes Elio.
Not quietly will Elio go away. They're side by side as they reach the halfway point of the back straightaway. The bottom line still appears to be the advantageous line around this racetrack. Elio slides back a bit as they exit turn 4.
White flag is out. The crowd is on its feet here at Chicagoland Speedway. They're side by side.
Stick with it. Stick with it. Bring it home.
Dixon on the low side. Castroneves on the high side. Side by side as they head to the back straight.
Can Elio get a push from Ryan Briscoe? Briscoe tucked right up behind him, literally trying to shove Elio into victory lane. For the final time, they're at turn number 4.
Dixon on the inside. Elio on the outside. His teammate right behind him. Here they come to the line. It's going to be Dixon, is it? Dixon is going to win it by 1/1000th of a second.
Hey, champ, how's it feel? You the man. You the man. Oh, bud, that's the story of our season, bud. Me too. Great job.
And oh my goodness, we're looking at the replay. Let's hold off for a second because the replay, Davey, shows that Elio knows and beat him across the line. This is to be overturned.
I actually thought I really won it because the car was quite like backwards, but again, I mean, sometimes you were going to, what, 215 miles an hour. It's hard for you to see in the blink of eyes.
That was crazy, man. What a crazy race. You know, we unfortunately Elio did everything that he needed to do. He got most of that lead. He got up to the front. He drove a great race getting through the pack, and to win the race was so close. I still can't believe that we got beat.
Yeah, the closest finishes, man. I think I've been a part of a few of them, but the one definitely last year with Elio at Chicago was, you know, at that point you don't know who wins. You know, you're talking, you're going at, you know, 215, 220 mile an hour, and then trying to work out a few inches from when you're sitting in the cockpit, which is, you know, feet away from the front of the car. You know, you kind of look up at the board and see that your car's on the top, and even then they take it away from you. So, you know, that's what this racing is about. You know, IndyCar racing is so close, it's so tight, and you know, you don't get that in any other formula, so that's why this is so successful.
How many laps have we left? We just got confirmation from race control. We've led the most match, no one can need more. Copy. That's not to say we wouldn't like to need just one more. I'd like to lead 30 more. Now you're getting greedy.
As we're back to green flag racing, the leader's off of turn number 2, and is Alex Jr. being chased by Sam Hornish Jr.
Sam thought about making it side by side at turn number 2, gets a nice run off at 2, now tries to pull in with Alex, goes by him as they get to the midway point of the back straightaway. Through turn number 3, it's Sam Hornish Jr.
12 lead changes here this afternoon. with 178 laps complete. 22 remain. Alonso Jr. and Sam Hornish Jr. side by side off of turn number 2.
He wants me to line up behind him. He won't even line up behind me.
Still the battle rages out front. Less than a half a car length separating first and second place. It looks like the lead 2 cars are glued together behind them. 2 more cars. Felipe Giaffoni and Elio Castroneves heading to 3.
Those guys have been side by side for lap after lap after lap. Castroneves now has the measure over Giaffoni for 3rd.
184 laps are now complete. 16 remain here at Chicagoland Speedway in the Delphi Indy 300. This is an unbelievable show of brute force in terms of horsepower by both Alonso Jr. and Sam Hornish Jr. These guys are racing nose to tail, inches apart from each other. Unser and Hornish in 3.
To really call either one of them a leader because they're trading the lead time and time again. It only counts at the start-finish line, and we'll do that in 9 laps.
We have had 16 lead changes here this afternoon. Alonso Jr. is the man out in front by 87 thousandths of a second. 198 laps. We're working 199. They'll see the white flag this time by the lead pack of 11. All bunched together and separated by less than a quarter of a second. In turn number 1, Unser and Hornish separated by less than a thousandth of a second off of turn number 2.
Unser Jr. with a bit of an advantage at the exit of turn number 2. Fans on the feet, the back straightaway, causing their mix. Sam Hornish Jr. pulls out in front. Mike Lazier goes to the high side, get the cameras out for a photo finish.
Buddy Lazier trying to make it 3 wide. Alonso Jr. Sam Hornish side by side. Hornish is going to win it. Sam Hornish Jr. by 24 10,000ths of a second. An amazing finish.
Too close, I think. You know, I know it's great for the fans and everything, but sure does get my heart going once in a while.
I tell you, it was really exciting. I mean, running around there just side by side with Sam, it was really special. I was motioning to him to get in line, and he wouldn't get in line.
Tomorrow, Versus presents IndyCar Series Crashes and Conflicts. On Thursday is the top 10 moments in Indy 500 history. Friday is a conversation with the only men to win the Indy 500 4 times. A.J. Foyt, Al Unser, and Rick Mears relive their finest hour. Then on Saturday, we'll get you ready to race with our Indy 500 preview special.